Well, today's episode is called How to Get the Barry White Effect, or really it's the proximity effect, because we talked about mouth to mic position over the course of the past couple of days, and moving the mic slightly towards or away from you raises the other issues, as I say, to do with the proximity effect. That's a phenomenon that leads to an increase in low frequency response the shorter the distance is between mic and mouth. Now, this can create problems, but at the same time, it opens up ways to shape the sound that you are creating. Let's have a look at some of the pros and the cons, because close mic work means that your voice, especially if your voice is naturally lower to start with, can sound bigger, fatter, sexier, if you like. Late-night radio presenters use this close mic technique to make their voices sound as sexy and intimate as someone whispering sweet nothings into the listener's ear. Where a voice is naturally lacking in richness, close mic work can sometimes help compensate. And close mic work may encourage you to talk more softly because you are closer to that recording device in the first place. So let me carry on talking at this kind of volume, and if I'm getting closer and closer, hopefully without intentionally changing my actual pitch, you may be able to realise that things are getting a little bit deeper and a little bit more round as well. And because I am closer to the microphone, now naturally I can, even though my projection up until now has been exactly the same, I am now going to drop my voice and drop the projection, which hopefully is making it sound more resonant as well. So there's the proximity effect, but also other things come into play as well. But there are some cons to the proximity effect, and you may have heard one of them just there, because there's a greater chance of you popping on mic. Yeah, which the plosives, when you say some words beginning with P or B, because you are close to the microphone to get the proximity effect, it means that the microphone is more likely to pick up those small bursts of air coming when you say the letters P and B. Yeah. Also, your voice, I'm going to move back a little bit now. Your voice can sound thick, muddy, muffled if you get too close to the microphone as well. And also, even though I said that this can really work well if you've got a naturally lower voice to start with, it has little change on a voice of a naturally higher pitch. Close mic technique may make it more likely that your breaths and your mouth clicks are picked up as well. And there's a greater chance of distorted recordings, or overmodding is what it's called, because you are close to the mic. If you're really close to the mic and you haven't changed your projection, your own internal volume, then that is going to be picked up on your recording device too. So make sure you turn down the recording level when you get close to the mic. So some pros and cons. If you miss some of those, they're in the show notes as well. And incidentally, we're going to be talking more about plosives, and we're going to be talking more about overmodding and level control over the next few weeks as Get a Better Broadcast podcast and Voice Over Voice continues. Okay. Tomorrow, finding that sweet spot in your mouth to mic position. From London, I'm Peter Stewart.